Dr. Blyde. I am doing session 4 of 4 for my live chair yoga class, and I do have the camera set up on both Instagram Live and Facebook. So give me just a second. I am going to adjust the camera so that both of you guys can see me well enough. Good morning. I see a couple people have joined already. Okay. So we are just about to get started with session 4 of 4 of our chair yoga exercises, and I wanted to give a shout out. I'm wearing today, if you guys can see, it says Vagina Warrior until the violence stops. And this is a shout out to the Vagina Monologues, which is a play put on, and I did it when I was in college at Pepperdine, to bring awareness to violence against women, in particular women of color, Native American women, in so many spectrums. So I'm a vagina warrior, and I hope that you are a vagina warrior as well. And let's get started on our workout. Thank you guys for joining me today. So before I get started, this is the last session, so I just wanted to announce some things that are coming up. So if you have enjoyed these chair yoga sessions and you would like to continue with them, I am doing a giveaway for a free one-time one-on-one chair yoga session that I'll be doing over like a live video with you. And so in order to enter that giveaway, after this class is over, I want you to share this video with 3 friends, and when you share it, make sure that you tag me so that I can verify. It's only 2 easy steps. Share the video, and then the second is leave a comment at my website, www.drblyde.com, on the Contact Us page. So on the Contact Us page, you'll see a little form where you can leave a comment. So if you do those 2 things, then you'll be entered to win a free one-on-one chair yoga exercise class. So, yay! And then if you guys are interested in some upcoming things that I have going on, this Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific, I'm partnering with the House Foundation, which is a lupus awareness and support group that is in Rancho Cucamonga, and we are talking about immune health and lupus. And on Sunday, I'm partnering with the social worker and a couple other mamas, and we're talking about raising strong daughters. That's at 1 p.m. Pacific. And finally, next Tuesday, well, finally for now, I have some really exciting things coming up. I'm going to be partnering with a physician sometime in the next couple weeks to do another IG Live. But next Tuesday, I'm partnering with my friend Sarah Jessica Hill, and we're going to do an IG Live at 12 noon on Tuesday on lupus and pregnancy. Some of you guys know that I have a 9-month-old baby, and I had lupus while I was pregnant with that baby. And so Sarah had a similar situation. I think her kids are like 2 and 4 now. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So anyway, thank you guys for joining, and let's start our chair yoga workout. And if you missed it in the beginning, if you want a free one-on-one chair yoga session with me, I am doing a giveaway. You just need to do 2 things after this video is over. Share with at least 3 of your friends and tag me in those shares so that I can confirm and verify. And then 2, I want you to, good morning, I want you to go to my website, www.drblyde.com, and please leave a comment on the Contact Us page. All right, let's get started. So warm up your hands. We're going to start with some self-massage. Okay, and then place it on the back of your neck. And we're just doing nice circles on the back of our neck, from the base of our head. You can see that. And then going down along the spine. All right. And now I'm moving on to my shoulders. And so I'm doing this just to kind of loosen up my muscles, and then we're going to stretch all these muscles with our range of motion exercises. And then a little bit this area. Along your back. All these areas, let's just get that circulation flowing. And we know part of the reason why we do chair yoga is not just to get a good workout, physical activity, but then also to get our circulation going. And increased circulation is good for, all your organ function, but then also good for decreasing inflammation in your body. And inflammation is associated with depression. It's associated with a host of medical illnesses as well. All right, that was good. Now let's start with our neck. We're going to go from head to toe with our range of motion exercises and then move into the yoga poses. All right, so lifting your chin to the sky and breathe, and then chin to chest. Breathe. Chin to the sky. Breathe. Chin to chest. Breathe. Okay, again. Chin up to the sky. Chin to chest. And as we're doing this, I want you to listen to your body. And so if anything feels painful, then just back off that movement and focus on your breath. So right now I have my left ear over my left shoulder. And then I'm going to pendulum swing around and right ear over right shoulder. And swing down. And remember, as you're doing this, to focus on your breathing. We want to do that diaphragmatic breathing, that heart-centered breathing. I see we have Dr. Lopez Plunkett, who is joining us today. We have Dr. Daves, who is joining us today. They are some pretty awesome psychologists. My colleagues, Dr. Williams is joining us. Breathe. All right, and then we're going to go again to the left side, and when we go to the left this time, we're going to lengthen that stretch by taking your left arm, putting it over your right ear, and then pulling down. And rotate. And now right ear over right shoulder. And my right arm is extending that stretch. You should feel a really good extension here on this side of your neck. And One more time on each side. Breathe. And on the right. Breathe. And head up. All right, so now I'm going to take my chin and I'm going to look over my right shoulder. I'm going to try to look back a little further. Now we're going to lengthen this stretch by dropping our chin down to your shoulder. And so you should feel that muscle moving on the side of the right side of your neck. You'll feel that range extending, that range of motion extending in your neck. Okay, chin up, back to center, and to the left. See if you can look a little further behind you. Remembering to breathe as well. I've been doing that. And then chin down. Breathe. Chin up. Back to center. And we're going to do one more on each side, okay? So over to the right. Chin down. Chin up. Back to center. Hi, Lisa. And looking over your left. Breathe. Chin down. Chin up. Back to center. Now I want you to take your nose and you're just going to do your nose in circles in the air, okay? So you see, guys, that I tried to do my hair this morning. I did my my curling wand a little bit, but I didn't leave enough time to do it because one, I got out of bed late. Two, I got up and for some reason I felt the inkling, which is very rare for me, to wash dishes and also prepare breakfast. All right, we're gonna rotate the other direction. Hey Shannon, I see Shannon joined us. My cousin Kate Milton is on. And then I was making a smoothie, and then I was making oatmeal, and I was just like, oh shoot, it's 7:15. I need to hurry up and try to do something with my hair before this class. But one thing that I do love about having 3C type hair, or maybe 4C type hair, let me get that straight, is that there's so much versatility. I can curl it up, straighten it, wear it in braids, opposite direction. Bantu knots, natural weaved. I usually do the crown, you guys see that? And it's like superpower, all natural, gravity defying. So I try to affirm my daughters with that too. Like, you have super cool hair, it defies gravity, it just stands up on its own. Anyway, let's move on to the shoulders. So go ahead and rotate those shoulders back. Remembering to breathe. So if you are close to me, then you can hear like a lot of popping, pop, 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 pop. And that just means that there needs to be more mobility happening in these joints of mine. Whew. Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Trina. All right, rotate the other direction. All right, that was really good with the shoulders. Okay, now we're going to take these shoulders and we're going to bring them up to our ears. And notice that my hands are laying to the side of me now. And then we're going to drop those shoulders down and try to touch our fingertips to the floor. Okay, notice that my shoulders aren't hunched forward, they're back. All right, shoulders up. And shoulders down, fingertips all the way to the floor. And you should feel your shoulder blades behind you kind of touching together. Okay, one more time. Shoulders up. All the way up. Turtleneck. And shoulders down. All right, I'm going to adjust the camera on the Facebook side real quick. Hopefully that's better. I don't know. All right. So now we're going to move on to our torso. We're going to start with the twist. So go ahead and turn to your right side first. And you're looking behind you. See if you can look a little further on your exhale. And back to center. And I meant on your inhale. So when you are doing this and you want to change, like deepen the stretch, you should do that on your inhales. All right, so over to the left now. Oh. Looking behind you. Inhale, going a little further. Exhale. And while I'm back here, I see my little mug, and it says, "Happy mind, happy life." And so much of that rings true. So let's get our minds happy. Let's get our minds right with this physical activity. All right, one more time on each side with the twist. All right, so to the right. Back to center, and to the left. And back to center. Now we're going to do some hip rotation. So I want you to lift up your leg. And then, so I lifted up my right leg actually, and then we're gonna rotate out. So I'd like to thank everyone on Facebook who has shared my chair yoga videos. My video from last Wednesday had over 1,700 views, and that was in less than 7 days. So thank y'all. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Please share it with your friends and family members who may not be getting as much physical activity as they need right now with our safer at home order. All right, pause, and then we're going to go the opposite direction. Hey, Andrea, I see you, girl.
The oatmeal with the butter and brown sugar because I have to go, so Sean did. Did you do a good job with it? Okay, good.
And pause. All right, now we're going to rotate those ankles. So go ahead and go. I usually start with the out direction, but you can, or for me, since it's the right foot, it's clockwise. You can go whatever direction comes naturally for you. As long as we balance it out and we go both directions, all right? And we're rotating.
All of our what is it called, folic acid and protein and stuff in.
All right, that feels good. Now we're going to go to the left leg. Lift up that left leg, and we're going to go out. So for me, there's actually a lot less mobility in this hip. So it's actually taking more effort for me. I can definitely feel a burn as I'm doing this hip. And if you have those differences between different sides of your body, just notice it. Just notice it so that you can be aware of where you need to pay more attention and how you might need to stretch out a little bit more. All right, if any of you are joining me for the first time, please comment, not right now because you should be working out, but comment after this video is over and just let me know that, hey, it's my first time, tell me where you're from, and then also tell me how you liked it, and if I made you start sweating. All right, pause, and then we're gonna go opposite direction. So for me now with my left leg, now I'm going clockwise direction.
Exactly.
All right. Hello, blooming. Speaking of sunflower.
I got these little foam things to put
All right, now we're going to rotate those ankles. So for me, I'm going to start with the out direction on my left leg.
It's not child. This is for single people. This is not for child friendly.
Rotate, rotate, rotate.
Yeah, we got that. I think from his uncle, the table and the couch.
All right, and then opposite direction.
I like when I don't have to go out fighting someone else.
Awesome, awesome. So before we move on to the rest of our yoga exercises, I'm going to take a break and drink some of my smoothie. So you guys might have seen my posts on Instagram and on my professional Facebook page about these smoothies that I make. And it's really simple, super healthy. Water, chia seed, pineapple, and then the tropical fruit mix from, where's tropical fruit mix from? Oh, Costco. Organic. And also organic greens mix. So it has kale and chard and spinach and all that stuff. And I put 3 handfuls of greens, but the pineapple really cuts the taste, so it actually tastes really sweet.
Humanity has a store that like you can get all your furniture, carpets, and all that stuff. For
All right. Let's keep going. So we're gonna do some lower body exercises right now. I want you to take your right leg and you're going to bring that right ankle on top of your knee. For a lot of people, especially the veterans that I was working with at the VA, they couldn't go all the way here. If you can't, that's fine. Perhaps your ankle can just go like mid, what's this called, shin? I was like, calf? No, mid shin, or maybe it's just ankle to ankle. That's fine. Again, listen to your body. But I'm gonna go here.
Exactly. You get to choose.
So wherever you are, just, note that. And then I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to press down
That's so awesome. That is
on
awesome.
the inside of my knee.
She's going back for her.
And so you should be able to feel that.
She got a bachelor's degree. I think her bachelor's degree is in psychology.
Blooming, speaking of sunflower, said that they have their smoothie with them right now. Yes! All right, so go ahead and press down on the inside. And you should be able to feel that in your hip and your hip flexor. So this is the first part of our stretch. And then we're going to add in a twist. So I'm going to twist over to the right. And remembering to breathe.
Yeah.
And so you should feel that seated even deeper in your hip now.
Yeah.
Still putting some pressure, pushing down on the inside of your knee. All right, back to center and release.
Yeah.
That felt good. Welcome, Lupus Inspiration. I'm glad you could join me this morning. All right, now I'm going to put my left leg up. And keep in mind, I've been doing this for longer. I have a little bit more flexibility, so I can go all the way up here. Again, if you cannot, that's fine. Just go at your own pace and listen to your body. So perhaps your leg is ankle to ankle. That's fine. You're still going to do the pressing against the inside of your knee. Or maybe ankle to shin. But I'm going to go ahead and go all the way up here. And again, I'm pressing against the inside. And you'll feel a really good stretch in your hip and hip flexor. And then we're going to deepen that as we do a twist. Okay, pressing down. And go ahead and rotate. Looking behind you. Still putting some pressure down on the inside of that knee. And then you'll feel that stretch extended, more deeply seated in that hip socket. All right, back to center. All right, so while we're working on the lower body, I'll just do a couple more things. We're going to do an adapted lunge and then an adapted lunge bend. So go ahead and turn to the right side of your chair first. And then what you're going to do is you're going to drop that left knee. Okay? So with that left knee dropped, this is the beginning of our adapted lunge. So just holding this position, and we're getting I saw that my back was arched, so I'm gonna actually straighten that out to have proper alignment. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna straighten out this left leg. I'm gonna straighten out this back leg with my foot behind me. And so you might need to hold onto the back of your chair to do this. And so you feel here in your thighs, that's getting a really good stretch. All right, so this is our adapted lunge. So we're using the chair as a prop. And then I'm going to take this left arm and I'm going to add in the side bend. So you should feel that extension now in your thighs, your hip, your lower back, and up your midline. And of course in your side, since we're doing the side bend. All right, releasing that. Now bringing this leg back with knee down. Now knee up. And since we're here, we're going to do another twist. This is kind of like you'll just do it with me. You'll feel it differently than when we're doing the twist with the front of the chair. So we're going to take both of our hands and twist to the back of our chair. Just as far as you can comfortably go. All right, good job. Back to center. Take a couple deep breaths. All right, so now I want you to turn to the left side of your chair, and we're going to do the same thing here on the left side of our chair with our adapted lunge. So we're going to start by dropping that right knee. We're going to hold this here because right here we are extending and stretching front parts of our legs, our thighs. And try to have proper alignment. Before I was not doing it correctly because I was kind of like arching my back forward. You shouldn't do that. It shouldn't be slumped. It shouldn't be just straight, as if you're being pulled up by a string like a puppet, or you are a ballerina with really great posture. All right, now we're going to extend that leg back. Still holding onto the chair. So straighten that leg back. And then you'll feel this really nice stretch in your calf back there as your toes are pointed down on the floor. And your heel is, of course, off the ground. All right, now we're going to add in our side bend to our adapted lunge. So go ahead and take that right arm and bend it across. Whoops! This is why you shouldn't use a chair that has wheels. Like moving across the room. All right. See if you can extend it even further as you continue to breathe. All right, release that arm. Knee back up. And knees together. Get seated back on your chair. And then as we're here, we're going to go ahead and do that twist with both of our hands on the back of our chair. All right, some of you guys might be able to hear the train in the background. My office is right next to the train station in downtown Claremont, or Claremont Village. So the awesome thing is that commuters get to come, no problem, just hop off the train and you're here, and then you can just walk over to the village. There's lots of shopping and awesome restaurants. And the not so awesome thing is, like, you can hear the train. All right, so that felt so good. I forgot earlier we didn't do our wrist and our hand range of motion movement. So let's just go ahead and do that now with a circling of the wrists. circle, circle, circle. And opposite direction. Breathe. All right, now I want you to ball your hands up into fist. And then extend your fingers out. Good morning, Kim with House Foundation. Glad you could join me. All right, hands up like fist.
Or do you think that would be easier, or what we?
And extending it out.
So that way I get her face, but if you don't like it, yeah, we'll figure it out. And then that way we can probably keep her on my lap.
And what we're going to do now is we're going to stretch one finger at a time for all of you guys who have been keeping in touch with relatives, friends, and loved ones by doing lots of text or social media.
You should probably put like a burp.
We are going to extend this out. So I want you to put your hands on your thighs. And what you need to do is take your thumbs and actually put it on the inside of your thigh and hold it there tight. So it's going to be tempting as we do this to bring your thumb up. Don't do that. Keep your thumb down here. And what we're going to do is bring each finger towards the thumb. So we're really mobilizing those joints and ligaments in our fingers. So started with my index finger and back. Now, middle finger, keeping that thumb still, and back. Yeah, my hands and wrists get super sore too, Kim. And ring finger. It's a little harder to isolate that one because your pinky ones come with you. And back. And pinky. And back. And we're going to do one more of each of those, okay? And notice I'm going to do like a little extra twist because all that twisting that we did got me a little sore in my back. Because my back is like, what are you doing? You're actually moving me? You're out of bed today? What? All right, so thumbs on the inside. And I want you to take your index finger and bring it toward your thumb. Remembering to breathe. All right. And your ring finger. Breathe. And wait. I think that was the middle finger. Okay, ring finger now. And breathe. And your pinky. Breathe. Okay, so go ahead and rotate those wrists again. And while I'm doing this, I'm actually going to do some shoulder rolls too. Okay, opposite direction, and then do opposite direction with your shoulders as well. All right, and now we're going to do a couple more finger exercises. I want you to do circle O's, like hello. Okay, and I like to do it with the fingernail on the inside of my thumbs rather than just touching fingertips because it gives a deeper stretch. All right, next finger. Next finger. And last finger. All right. Now we're going to do an adapted push-up. So go ahead and put those fingers back on your thighs, right above your knee. And notice that as I'm doing this, I'm going to try to keep my elbows in and my shoulder blades together. Okay, so I'm going to go down. Yes, my shirt does say Vagina Warrior. And it is in recognition of the Vagina Monologues, which brings awareness to violence against women, particularly women of color around the entire world. little known fact, a lot of people don't know this, but Native American women are least represented in media and have some of the highest rates of abuse, rape, and sex trafficking. And then I think right next to them, the next highest rate is African American women. So I hope you will join me as a fellow vagina warrior to, it says vagina warrior until the violence stops, to not only bring awareness, but some advocacy as well. All right. Hope you guys are still doing your push-ups. I can definitely feel this in my back. It's really just like extending, lengthening the vertebrae in my back, in my spine. And as you're doing this, I really want you to focus on your core and use that arm strength to push you up. All right, so that belly should be sunk in towards your spine, and you're really just crunching your core. Okay, we're gonna do this just one more time. All right, now we're gonna do an adapted sun salutation. And so if you've been on my videos before, you know we have some special adaptations if you have high blood pressure or if you have vertigo, then you actually don't want to raise your hands all the way up. You're just going to do goalpost if you tend to get dizzy and have some blood pressure issues. And then also as we go down all the way, you're not going to go all the way down. You never want your head to go below the level of your heart. All right? So first I'm going to show the adapted sun salutation for those specific medical conditions. All right, so I'm here, and then I'm here, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop my arms, drop my head. Might do a couple half rolls here with my head. And then I'm going to come up and here. So this is adapted. And if you feel yourself getting dizzy during this, then again, listen to your body and go a little bit slower. All right, now I'm going to do the full version. I want you to hands all the way in the sky. And then you're going to fold forward and allow your fingers to touch your toes. And then you can go ahead and do a couple half rolls with your head here. And back up. The glorious sunshine. Breathe. And down. Yes, don't lose your nerve. Said that when I feel up to it, I'm going to try these later. Awesome. Yes, I have these all saved on my IGTV, on my Instagram page at Dr. Blythe. And I also have them saved on my professional Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Faces of Health. All right. Breathe. Notice that my hands naturally went here, and I love that because this is our superwoman pose. And so it's our power pose. You don't necessarily have to be a woman, but you put your hands here, like say if you're about to go in for a job interview or something that makes you nervous, if you're going to have a public speaking engagement, you put your hands here, you put your shoulders back, shoulder blades together, and you say, yeah, I got this. And notice that as you're doing this with your shoulder blades together, your chest is open, so your heart center is open, and ready to receive abundance, ready for you to walk in your power. So go ahead and breathe into that. All right, now we're going to do a windmill. So we're going to be able to rotate our torso. Oh, you like that little dance? That was pretty cool. Hey, 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 hey. Since we can't go out dancing right now with coronavirus, so just do our little dance party here. All right, so we're going to do a windmill. So first I'm going to show you the adapted version. Again, if you have vertigo, issues with your blood pressure, you're just going to do goalposts instead of full arms extended. And then you're going to rotate your entire torso. So if you guys are willing, go ahead and do this adapted version with me here. Everyone can do it. And as we're going around, again, we're not putting our head below the level of our heart. So small circles, well, medium-sized circles. All right, and pause. And then we're going to do this windmill the opposite direction. All right, and keep in mind that here's my, normal disclaimer. I am not a physician. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist. I'm also not a physical therapist. In any way, I'm not your physical therapist. So anything that I share in here is just for your benefit, but it should not be considered medical advice. All right, so that was the adapted version. If you have those medical conditions, go ahead and continue with that adapted version, but now I'm gonna do the full version of the windmill. So I'm gonna start with arms overhead. Oh, look, a heart. I love you guys. Oh, wait, if you're on Facebook, you can't see it because of the camera, so I'm gonna get down a little bit. There you go. I love you guys. All right. All right, so we're starting here, and then we're going to do that same torso twist, except our hands are going to sweep the floor. All right, ready? And so we're going all the way up and all the way down, and remembering to breathe. All right, one more time. All right, now we're going to go the opposite direction. So I'm actually coordinating this with my breathing as I'm dragging or sliding my fingers across the floor. I'm doing my inhale, and then as I come up, I'm doing my exhale. So go ahead and follow along with me. Okay, back to center. So let's end with some deep breathing and self-massage again. We're going to start from the bottom and going up. Go ahead and rubbing your hands together. Rub, 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 getting those hands warm, although they should be super warm already. And we're gonna start with, go ahead and just massage those ankles. Hi Alita, I'm so glad that you could join us. I'll be posting this video later for you to see. All right, coming up, your shin and your calf. All right, getting that circulation going. And some comfort in your top of your legs and your back. Hello. And for those of you guys who missed it, my announcement at the beginning of this session, I wanted to share that I am doing a giveaway for a free one-on-one chair yoga session we'll be doing over a live video together. And the way that you enter that is by sharing this video. After it's over, share it with 3 friends and make sure that you tag me in those shared posts so that I can confirm you did it. And then go to my website and comment at the Contact Us page. So that website is www.drblyde.com. And then I will be announcing the winner next Tuesday. So if it works with your schedule, we'll do our one-on-one session next Wednesday. And if not, then I will work around your schedule. All right, I've moved on to my shoulders and my neck. That was really refreshing. That felt really good. All right, so we're going to end with prayer hands. So you put your hands up, and then you're going to rotate them down right below the level of your chest. Shoulder blades together. And breathe. Okay, hands back up. And breathe. And just thank your body for the things that it can do. Shifting your perspective away from the negative. Still acknowledging its presence, but not letting your full attention be there. Instead, let your attention and your heart being on the things that are going right. And considering what's the best that will happen today. Okay, hands apart and then hands together, and give yourself a round of applause. You've made it through week 4 of 4 of my chair yoga classes. If you missed any of the sessions, please go back to my Instagram page. I have them saved on my IGTV. Or you can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Faces of Health. Again, I'm Dr. Blyde, licensed clinical psychologist. And I'll see you guys, hopefully, if you win the giveaway. Talk soon. Vagina Warrior.